episode of the Lens Lane podcast. Today we're joined by Nhlanhla, 1802.
Yay.
Welcome. And yeah, he's a photographer here in Pretoria. So we're gonna be hearing from you where you came from, how you got into photography, and where you're at now, basically. So to start off with, where did the passion for photography start? How did you get into photography?
So, okay, the reason why I got into photography is because of a homie of mine. So, like, I always tell the story. It was my cousin's birthday party, right? And this homie named Simpiwe. He's actually not our age. He's my uncle's friend. Yeah. So, it was a rainy night. And it was like gang lightning that night. So he told me like, yo, bro, please go stand in the middle of the road. It's like, that's weird. Yeah. Whipped out his camera, it was like, stand still, dog. Like, don't move or anything. Took a photo of me. I was like, come see. I saw myself there and there was lightning at the back. I was like, dog, how do you capture lightning, bro? Because lightning is just like, away, it's done. You know, it's like, nah, dude, you just need to know how to use a camera. And ever since then, like, I taught myself, like, how to use a camera. And then, man, I started out with so back then I had an iPod. But the 16, iPod Touch, but the 16 gig. So the 16 gig one didn't have, like, the camera, right? It just had the front-facing camera. So I was like, I'll just play around with that camera, bro. Like, and people at school were like, so amazed, like, okay. I was like, it's just me playing around. It's not that deep. And just took it from there. And then 2017, my granny bought me my first camera. But I've been taking photos way longer than that. So that's pretty much how,
So 2017 is when it like...
2017 is when everything just like fell into place, bro.
So, like, how did you teach yourself? Did you use YouTube? Were you Googling stuff? Or?
I always tell people, like, YouTube is the best school. I would just randomly every night, just go on YouTube. Or there was also this website called Digital Photography School. So I just randomly go on that website and just, browse and like, what's new for me to learn? So the first thing I learned was the exposure triangle. So I'm pretty sure all of y'all know that. So aperture, ISO, and shutter speed. So taught myself that. Of course, with the phone, I couldn't change those settings. But, I had a pretty good understanding of what those things were. And just took it from there, though.
So then with like learning how to use a camera, right? When did you start taking sort of professional pictures, if I can say that? Like high quality pictures that you felt like posting on social media and you felt that they were like good pictures?
I never really, I don't know when the transition was between being a non-professional or a professional. Because even when I didn't have a camera, I'd borrow people's cameras. That's how I actually also started learning. So there was this one time I went on some photography like morning run thing, right? And I took my mom's iPhone, and this gent called Adrian Lowe. He's a photographer also in Pretoria. Invited me. He was like, "Yo, bro, like you're actually quite dope, dog. Come and exhibit some of your photos at our photography exhibition." It was here in Pretoria.
When was that?
2016, if I can remember correctly. It was before I got my camera. Cheetah invited me. I was like, yo, bro, come exhibit your stuff. I was like, oh, damn, dude, I took this with the phone, but let's get it. So like the transition between me being a professional and I don't know, like it just, in my mind, I've just been posting photos that are good. And people just seem to like them. But I guess you can't call me a professional now because I do paid shoots and brands and all of that.
So what do you think of like the level of photography that you're at now? Like, is it a career for you? Do you think you want to like follow it wholeheartedly as a career going forward?
Yes and no. So the reason why I say no is because I'm studying graphic design, right? And with the things that I've learned, okay, some people won't call it photography, but yeah, it's a fine line. So I'm not sure if you know Brandon Wolfel.
Yeah, I know that guy.
That guy. Some people wouldn't say he's a photographer because he like edits
Crazy
the crap
things,
out of
yeah.
his photos, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I wanna go into doing things like that, but also taking photos will always be like
Something
that I always do. And another thing is I also started taking videos, so that's also. So yeah, I will always take photos, but there's gonna be things that I added onto,
So
what
that
I
you
do,
don't
yeah.
just
Yeah, so I'm not just gonna be like a one-trick pony, right?
Yeah.
Because that's also why I studied graphic design. Like I left school, I was like I did some pretty dope stuff in high school,
Mhm.
And I thought like, dude, what's the point of me studying photography when I've reached this point without like the qualification?
Yeah.
So I was like, studying graphic design. Yeah.
And how's that going, studying graphic design?
It's amazing, man. I won't lie. So I'm in going to third year now, and I've learned a lot. Like school, I left school with this idea of like school is just, I didn't want to go to school. Yeah, but after doing a whole lot of research, I was like, yo, you know what? Let me try this because I can learn more than one thing, and it's still like within that space of photography.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me go study graphic design. First year came, I was like, damn, dude, I'm actually good at this. Second year, like now, I actually did some work apart from schoolwork for like a DJ named Kmo. I also made a couple of posters for games nights at 412 Central. Yeah, I've done some graphic work. I've also made some album art. Yeah, so I would say
you're doing a lot.
Yeah, it's going pretty good, bruh.
That's dope.
So what type of like field do you want to go into, like industry in a way?
When I graduate from school, I wanna work for a magazine. So and digital marketing basically.
Yeah.
So with me and Liseti, so we like usually like go out and go to these concerts and just take photos. But we wanna do it for brands. So brands don't usually only need a photographer. They need someone to digitally market their stuff or lay out whatever, and things end up in magazines and on websites and all of that. So a graphic designer does that. So I need to also, So like photography and the skills that I've acquired at school, I think, they'll lead me to being in a magazine and just the digital space. Yeah.
So do you still read physical magazines, or because you're talking about magazines?
Okay, I won't lie. I used to now. Like the magazine that I used to follow, like religiously was Top Gear, but then Jeremy and them left, and I was like,
it's not the same.
It's not the same, because I was on Twana, like, dude, I want to grow up. And,
every month.
Dude, like every month. And also GQ, then, I don't know, dog. It lost that thing for me.
Yeah.
So I still do read it, like occasionally, but.
But now, I mean, there's like lots of like those magazines content online in different forms, like articles and stuff. So you still see them. And
so one thing that I've been seeing a lot is I actually learned from school a zine. So it's not a full-fledged magazine, but it's a zine is like a free magazine that's published wherever. So like Super Strikers. Super Strikers is like a zine, It was published like everywhere, and you would get it like anywhere and everywhere for free. So I want to go into like things like that, like also like Hypebeast. So Hypebeast is not free, but like they create a whole lot of digital content also, and they publish it as a magazine sometimes onto like online platforms. So I also want to go into that because digital magazines have endless possibilities that actual print magazines don't have. So like with the digital magazine, you could have
Videos,
motion graphics, videos, moving photos, or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So that space is also, what I want to go into,
So do you think you're gonna try grow your skill in video making as well, so that you have that like full package? So when you get, for instance, to that opportunity of making a magazine, like article or something, then you can do videos.
So with me studying graphic design, I actually, at school, they make us, you come across indirectly, you have to know how to do these things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they tell us, okay, you have a project whereby you have to conduct research with students on campus and you have to show us your research. Okay, so let me take a video. You know, and then you learn the skills of how to edit and all of that. So, and another thing is I used to create a whole lot of content with a couple of homies of mine, Andre and Tino, on YouTube. Well, I still do with Andre. So we create a whole lot of content for like just his vlog on YouTube. So
What's the channel called?
Kanye Dre. It's his Instagram name. But like a lot of people won't know that they know that I'm the shooter, but I try to put him in a position whereby he's the main focus. I don't want to steal his shine, you know.
So it's like his brand, but you
you know, like even with like photos, you never really see him tag me on a lot of the photos because I just want him to do him. Well, I don't want to dilute
and take the shot.
You know. And like when me and Desedi, it's like, okay, we're a collective. You know, we want people to see us as one thing. But we still have our separate pages. But
But I think it's cool like how you guys are branding yourself now. Like, it's very evident that it's a collaboration. It's not like one of you.
It's not like one
is just like you guys are putting together.
See. So you know, with videos I just have to with everything that I come across, like also like just when I fool around with the homies, I take a whole lot of videos and I've bettered my skills by doing that.
Do you think your photo skills are obviously not at their peak or whatever, but do you think you like at a level where you yourself feel like I'm doing good work?
You know,
don't be humble. Just say what you feel.
I think okay, I've been told. Let me say that. I've been told like, yo, dude, you're good. I feel like, I could do better.
Obviously,
I could always do better. Like, but like, from what I've been told, I'm good.
How is it like? How is if I can say like certain events or opportunities that you've gotten? How has that shaped the style of photography you do? Because I see on your Instagram it's like a lot of portraits, some like concerts. So
okay, so I had this discussion with myself not so long ago. Like, so if you go down on my Instagram, like down there, and luckily I don't delete my stuff. You'll see that like back then when I told you like I didn't have a camera and all of that, I would just shoot like things that I really liked, and it wasn't really like a whole lot of people, but it would be like light trails, like sneakers, cars, just random stuff, bruh. But like the more I grew into like photography in a sense,
the more people
more people like I interacted with, the more people I started shooting, and I just grew into me being a portrait shooter. So and you know, like you said, you still see like the concert photography and the cars and the sneakers, but mostly it's portraits. And I feel like my skills have improved over like
the years.
Because another thing is you also interact with other photographers and you grow through them. So
How important do you think that is, like collaborating with other people?
It's the most important thing ever, bro. Because like when I was that young guy that had no camera, had no one to like ask, like, yo, bro, how do I do this? you know, no one was there for me. But like now, I hate to say this, but I'm sort of that guy also to some people. Like, you know, people will come to people will come to me and be like, "Yo, bro, how do you do this and how do you do that?" And I feel like that is the most important thing to talk to people. Like, "Yo, bro, I don't want you to make the mistakes that I made." You know. Yeah. So I feel like collaborating is like the most important thing. Also for me, like, yo, I don't know everything. You know, you can never stop learning, bruh. Learning is, dude, it's endless, bruh. Like, I even learned from Lissetti, even though he says I'm the master of photography. He's talking God, but you know, I even learned from this guy, like, some things that he does, like, yo, dude, how do you do that? And he would see me as that guy, like, dude, how do you... Like, you know, so collaborating is very important. Like, that's the first thing I would say to someone that's starting out in photography. Find someone to mentor you. And you'll be good. You know?
So let's talk about your name. Where did the number come from? And does it have any meaning or...
So I was born in Joburg, right? And the first place I lived in was in Hillbrow. So I lived in a flat in Hillbrow and I lived on the 18th floor at the second house. 1802. Yeah. So, well, to me, when I started Instagram, it wasn't that deep. It was like, this is what I know, dog. But like, I guess you could say it's my humble beginnings, or it's where I started my roots. You know, some people thought it had something to do with my birthday, and because I was born on the 18th of October. Like, how did you guys? But so that's where the name came from, and I guess it's grown now to be its own thing. Because, like, you know, whenever I'm in the streets, like, yo, hey, 1802. Like, wait.
So do people refer to you now as just 1802, or is it still Nhlanhla 1802?
A lot of my friends refer to me as just 1802, which is, that's cool, because it's still, you know who I am, still, you know, so But people that don't know me, or like, we've just met, I'll introduce myself as Nhlanhla, because you know, I'm still a human, bro. There's that side of me, and then there's the everyday guy.
But do you think, like, in this world of photographers, especially in South Africa, do you think, like, people are becoming more like artists, where they can have like a stage name? You know what I'm saying? So then, like, when you see their photos, you wouldn't say it's Nhlanhla's photo, it's 1802's photo, and then that's a whole brand. And you know, like, if you go on MTV for an interview, they say we interviewed 1802. You know,
it happens. So, like, I'd randomly just be out and I introduce myself to someone, like, oh, bro, I'm this guy, and like, what do you do? Like, let me show you. Like, oh, you're this guy. So it does happen, like, whereby your brand just becomes its own thing, and that's really what I want. Like, if you go on my Instagram, you barely see photos of me. Like, the last photo I posted of myself was like 2017, I think. So I want it to be its own thing, you know. I don't want to dilute it with a lot of the things that I like are on my Instagram, but I don't want it to be like a personal thing. See, even though that will help, like, grow my brand a lot more, because people will feel more connected to the brand. But I feel like it can grow on its own, and it can be its own thing, and it has been its own thing. Hence why I say, like, whenever some people meet me, they'll be like, yo, 1802, you know? So, I feel like artists in South Africa can have, like, stage names, you know?
Who's the person that you've taken pictures of that's, like, someone big to you that you respect?
Even though this was long ago, but people still, to this day, go crazy over it. So, Ricky Rick, right? How that came about, this was 2017. I actually started in 2017. So I was just chilling at home, my homie, Paul Burko, as some would know him. He was like, "Yo, bro, Ricky's launching his EP, that Stay Shining EP."
Alright.
And here at Mall of Africa, I was like, all right, let's go. It's a train right away.
Yeah.
Landed there. I had my camera. Saw the guy. I was like, yo, because I've always been a big fan of him before, like the photos and the whole interaction. I saw the chance. I was like, yo, damn, dude, like I've never even been this close to you. I was still mesmerized. Like, I took a photo, went home, edited, slept. I woke up. There were like 100 messages on my phone. It's like, bro, I'm not this popular. What's happening today? Went on my Instagram. The cheetah posted my photo on his story.
Sure.
He hit me up. He was like, "Yo, bro, I think you're very good. Blah blah blah, and I want to work with you." This was 2017. I was still in matric, so I was like, "Okay, sharp. I need to focus on matric." Alright, sharp. He was like, "Nah, like." Trust me, we will work together.
Yeah.
2018 came, which was last year. I was like, yo, bro, I'm shooting a video with Aries. You wanna come and do like the behind the scenes? Landed, did the photos. Some of the photos, if you actually watch the video, they are my photos in that like video. So
when they show
some, even at the end, those are my photos.
Oh, yeah.
So that was like, that was like the craziest thing that that I've done, as like a photographer. It's still, I still
doesn't make sense now,
dude, because it was just like, dude, I'm just some random kid like that just likes taking photos. Now I'm out here with like one of my favorite artists in South Africa, and it was crazy. Like after that, he even took me to, I think it was Black Coffee's birthday.
Sure.
It was in Zone 6. Yeah. I think some of the photos are still on my Instagram. Took photos there. Yeah, and ever since he's just, he's been supporting my stuff. Like, casual likes here and there, post. Yeah. So that's pretty much the. Oh, and another big thing that I've done was actually last year. For the first time, I went out of the country, and it was because of my camera.
Sure.
Literally, I paid for nothing, and I got flown out of the country with a tour, like a political group called Somafco. So I went to Tanzania for like a whole week, toured like the country. I was taking photos for them. And that was an amazing experience, bro. Like, that was probably like the biggest thing I've done.
Yeah,
being flown out the country is like, it's a big thing, bro.
But I just want to touch on like that fact that you just seized an opportunity of like going to this event where Ricky is gonna be, and then you just had your camera and you took pictures, and then next thing it's blown up to you going and taking pictures at a music video and like, you know what I mean? So like the point of seizing the opportunity, even if you don't think there's an opportunity there, like just being willing to go and like work in a sense, or like try and like prove yourself.
Like one thing that I also like learned this from Cedric, Everyday People Stories.
Yeah.
So I met that gent like I think it was like 2013, 2014 or 2013. I was at a shoot with my friends. They own a brand named Transcend. So he was actually shooting the lookbook. And he was like one of the first South African photographers that I saw like, this guy is too dope. I want to be like him. And I asked him like, yo, bro, any word of advice, like piece of advice that you'd like to give to me as like a youngin? He was like, don't be afraid to do free work. Yeah. Like you said, like seize the opportunity. So sure, you might not get paid for all the things that you do, but just go out there and shoot, and someone will like the stuff that you put out, and someone will notice the stuff that you put out. And a good example is what happened with Ricky. So I took photos of him, he liked them, and here we are.
And then history was made.
That's true, man.
So where do you see yourself like going forward? What are your goals in terms of pushing your photography further in the next couple of years?
First of all, I'd like to register 1802 X LK14. LK14X 1802. This guy likes making it the 1802. Like, dude, it's LK14X 1802. Yeah, so I'd like to register that, and next year, I just want to see that grow like the most, because like this year, what I've learned is that I love shooting with Lisedi. Like I said, this guy thinks I'm the master of this thing, but this guy is,
You think?
I think he's way better than me. And there's a lot of people that would like back me up on that. Like, this guy is too much. So I want to register that, make sure that everybody sees our work, work with a whole lot of brands, possibly travel because of work. Because I really love that. Like, and my personal brand, I really don't know. Like, I just want to add more videos onto my personal stuff. Yeah, because photography is something that, a lot of people know that I do, but a lot of people have also been asking me for videos. So I'm like, I'm trying to master that before I actually put it out there. Like, I'm a cinematographer, videographer, whatever. So I just want to see the LK14X 1802 brand grow like crazy.
Alright.
Are you shooting any events this December, this coming festive season?
I'm not getting paid for them.
But whether you're getting paid or not, any concerts or something. Because I know when you and the city go to concerts, you guys
we just
proper pictures.
We just really want to deliver heat. I don't know. We said sneaker exchange, ne?
We did.
Sneaker exchange. There's that other concert. I don't know.
The Corona Fest.
The Corona Fest.
Corona
Trying to get to Afropunk.
That's about it.
That's about it. Unless something pops up. But that's pretty much it. But hey, if anyone wants to hit us up, you know where to find us.
So if you guys go to those events, I'm sure people can check those pictures out on your Instagram.
Definitely, bro.
So I think we're just gonna wrap it up there. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for sharing your story. That's been the Lens Lane podcast. If you guys want to support us, please go to our store, lenslane.co, and purchase an item. Any item you purchase will help us greatly. Check Nhlanhla out. Nhlanhla 1802 on Instagram.
And Nhlanhla 1803 on Twitter. Yeah, because I got locked out of my 1802 account.
But we'll link his stuff below. Check him out, show him some love, and thanks. It's been the podcast.
Peace.